Hey everybody, real quick. A number of you follow this channel. Remember this video I made about Drake Maye. It was 17 minutes long. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. Well, just the point where I make this statement right here.
But I disagree because Drake Maye is what I call a fooler quarterback. That is, because he played in an air raid system, a system that took the best elements of the Sid Gilman offenses of the 1960s and through the pairing of Hal Mumme and others like Tony Franklin and a group of people that came out of first BYU and then, of course, took their system to a number of universities in the South. That group now has produced a number of quarterbacks who are skilled in variations of what is generally called the air raid offense, an offense that is famed for using 4, sometimes 5 wide receivers, for mid-range to deep passing, for the mesh concept popularized by the leader in the development of the offense, Mike Leach, the late Mike Leach out of Texas Tech. And today, because so many schools, particularly in the SEC and the ACC, use the air raid and they produce the best talent with respect to the NFL draft, air raid concepts are now the standard in the National Football League. So from that perspective, Drake Maye's stock has risen considerably. The advantage that an air raid quarterback brings from the perspective of NFL draft evaluation is that person doing the evaluator looks at the numbers of the air raid quarterback and says, hey, this is a top prospect. That was true for Geno Smith at West Virginia. That was true for Will Levis at Kentucky. It's been true for a number of quarterbacks in the air raid system. They have at least one great year, some 2, some 3, where they put up eye-popping numbers and their highlight videos feature long pass plays of an exciting variety. That causes a number of people to get behind these quarterbacks and believe that they should be high picks in the NFL draft first round. And that's exactly what's going on with Drake Maye. But the reality is, first of all, before we discuss that reality, let's discuss his numbers that he's put up. According to ESPN, and I'll share with you.
I'm going to stop right there, folks. I'm going to cut to the chase. Because in that video, I said that Drake Maye would be a bust. That whatever team drafted him would have to concern themselves with the fact that his passing instincts, his habits, unless, of course, you adjust for them by scheme, are too slow for an effective downfield passing game. How do you fix that? By getting Drake Maye to stop this windup that he does and throw at the ear and forward. That shortens his motion, and that prevents the defensive back from zeroing in on where he's going to throw. Okay, so, hey, you would think that the Patriots would get that under control, let alone note that that's a problem, right? Well, they didn't. And so it's no wonder that he's up against Joe Milton, who doesn't have that problem, and yet for an odd duck set of reasons was drafted in the 6th round. And some of those odd duck set of reasons have to do with, well, race. They let Joe Milton of Tennessee fall to the 6th round because, well, he's got a strong arm. Well, you want a strong arm quarterback, don't you? Right? So now we see the results of what happens when you get a strong arm quarterback who plays in another type of air raid offense system, just one where he's not asked to call out long names of plays. He looks to the sideline to get the play, but the design of the play is still the same. A lot of people forgot that, which means Joe Milton learned a lot more than people gave him credit for. So here he walks into Patriots training camp and wows everybody, including Jared Mayo, the head coach, who then, after this Buffalo preseason game, one which saw Drake Maye complete, 2 or 3 passes, right, for a measly number of yards. But look, Joe Milton was 4 of 6 for 54 yards and a touchdown and a scintillating 13-yard scamper that looked like he ran 1,000,000 miles before he got past the line of scrimmage and wowed everybody because the defenders couldn't put a hand on him. That's the quarterback you want, the guy that they took in the 6th round of the NFL draft, which means there was something wrong going on, okay? Drake Maye had no business, as nice of a guy as he is. I've interviewed him. I like his persona. I like the image he throws off. But is he the guy that's going to win for you? Or is he going to be a coach killer? Well, according to these Twitter reactions, coach killer, all right? It's not just the numbers that don't lie. Look at this. Inside the 817 says, we really wasted a first on Drake Maye. Joe Milton is going to be special. Dan Orlovsky says, I really liked a lot of the little things I saw out of Drake Maye because ESPN was behind this ridiculous push for Drake Maye, and now they have to basically eat crow because he's not doing well, either in practice or in game action. Henry McKenna says, it's hilariously unfair to put Joe Milton in training camp with Drake Maye. Going back to OTAs, I wasn't wowed by Maye's arm because of Milton's howitzer. Milton will steal the show in preseason too, but make no mistake about it. Maye is the better quarterback. Folks, Drake Maye is not a better quarterback than Joe Milton. And now you have all these folks, including my friend and colleague Bill Carroll, they're all in for Drake Maye. All in for Drake Maye. Now they have to eat crow and come up with these different things to say about Drake Maye. I told my friend and colleague of Zenny 62 Media and fellow board member, he's a coach killer. And Bill, who normally is right about these things in terms of prognostications, took the other side. Well, Bill, here we are. We need to talk about this one day. It's a lot of fun. It's too bad that the Patriots made the mistake that they did. Drake Maye is not going to get any better, folks. Let him throw little screens. Let him throw maybe the short passes. But when he throws downfield beyond 2 yards and he has to do that wind up, pick off. You need to retrain him. You need to work that out of his system the way that Mike Vrabel did with Will Levis. Otherwise, you can forget it. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. We'll see you.